Hey guys, what's up? I'm doing two unboxing videos. Here's one, and there will be another one right after this, and they'll get posted day apart from each other. Anyways, so it is Sunday the 26th, September 26th, day of recording, and it is managers conference time again. But unfortunately, again, due to the current situation, the company has opted to do a virtual conference again, which means no fun travel trips or whatever. Although the last in-person conference back in 2019, our plane almost crashed landed when I got home, and I don't really feel that comfortable with flying again anyways, but honestly I do miss in-person conferences. Um, as always though, we are going to be provided with some goodies. I don't know what they all are at this point, I'm sure. We've just been told there will be boxes of goodies coming after conference. Obviously, there's a chance to win prizes as well throughout conference. Our vendor partners are always pretty cool about that. But we were gifted a couple things ahead of conference. So this unboxing video is going to probably be a short one, which is why I'm talking a lot at the beginning, because one of the things we were gifted was the Razer Goliathus, I think is what it's supposed to be, Mobile Stealth Edition mouse pad, mouse mat, whatever you want to call it. There is actually a contest too for sending a picture of your setup for conference, and bonus if you use this and the other item that will be in the second video as in your display or whatever. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do that or not. We'll find out. But anyways, so yeah, so they sent this. Now the thing is I already have like a huge mouse mat, pad, whatever you want to call it down here. It's a Batman themed one actually, which is really cool, and it's quite long. Like it's I mean the width is slightly taller than this box, and lengthwise it's like what, one, two, it's almost three of this box long, so it's huge. So I don't know that I necessarily need or want this. That said, I'm never going to say no to a free gift, so let's open this up and take a look at it. If we can. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. So our company has started selling Razer product more. We sell more keyboards and mouses mostly. We do have a couple other Razer product as well. Apparently we're supposed to be getting these type of things, but I haven't seen mouse pads yet. So this is a really small one. Like, this is quite tiny by comparison. As you can see, this is about the size of a basic mouse pad. But it's nice because it's thin, which means it can roll up easily. You can tuck it in your laptop bag, take it with you wherever you're going, and so forth, which is quite handy, honestly. And maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I will keep it, and I will just put it in my bag for my Surface and so forth, and I can take it with me when I go places, as opposed to, because like, I'm not going to lug this Batman one around. This one's probably going to stay on my desk. I'm actually looking at possibly getting the Mass Effect one from the store, BioWare's, the Bio, I can't remember what it's called, BioGear or something like that. Anyways, so yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I mean, nice, strong, and tough. It's got that new rubber smell on it too, which is a little gross, but it's not overpowering, thankfully. So yeah, that's what's in here. Nothing super exciting, nothing special. It is going to be interesting. So the big thing this year for conference, and this is why I'm still talking, just to make this video longer. The big thing for conference this year is that so last year they did it all through like our in-store like training program stuff, and don't get me wrong, we were able to access that from home, so we didn't have to do it at work. Um, but it was literally just watching pre-recorded videos and that, and it wasn't like it was funny because like they were like, oh, this is the order you need to do it in, blah 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 blah. This should take you the full 8 hours and blah blah blah. I was done in 4 hours most days, which was fine. But I mean, it did miss that kind of like again, nothing beats in-person conference. I'm sorry, nothing. Um, that said, uh, this year what they did is they're working with some developer that creates virtual meeting spaces. I don't know all the details, but anyways, we got to test it this past week just to make sure that our setup was going to work for it and everything. And literally, we had to create an avatar, and it's basically the idea is supposed to be like you're actually at conference. So there's actual rooms you have to go to for the classes at certain times. Some of them are live. Like some of them are pre-recorded. You can watch them whenever you want during the day. But then there's live ones that you have to be at. So it's going to be interesting. Hopefully it all works out. I think it will feel a little bit like I will say I'm a little bit more excited about this conference because of that aspect, because there will be more opportunity, because like there was no real interacting with anybody last year. We had our little conference calls at the end of the day and so forth. Through I think they used Microsoft Teams last year for that, so we had like team conferences, so I could see my district, but I talked to those guys like on a weekly basis, and then we did have our one regional, so I got to see a few more. But overall, there wasn't really a lot of interacting with a lot of like there was definitely really, except for during the expo. The expo thing was a live thing, and that was okay, and that was a little fun. You weren't like voice chatting or anything like that, but you could send messages to each other and stuff like that. So got to talk and interact with a few people, including my good friend Scott, who used to work for Nintendo. He actually left this past year, so he won't be there this year, unfortunately. And I was talking to Ashley, who helps run the PlayStation training, and she used to be my store's actual sales rep, but as of I think a week ago they realigned us, so I'm not with her anymore. But she's still running the class. I'm still friends with her. We were just chatting yesterday about how much everything's changed in the last little while, not just with the PlayStation representation, but also other stuff as well. And yeah, so and it's a interesting time. I think it will be a little bit more fun to be like actually walking around, even if it is in a virtual world, and talking to people and so forth, and chatting with them. I think it could be cool. I still don't think it beats in-person conference, honestly. Hopefully next year we'll be back to traveling again. So the last year's conference was supposed to be in Whistler again, if I remember correctly. And then this year, when they were talking, they were saying that if it's in person, it was going to be in Quebec City. And I love Quebec City. It's probably my favorite. Like, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed every location. We've only gone to Banff once. Loved Banff. I would love to go again. I mean, I think they've gone before too, but like since I've been a manager, this will be my what? I figured this out the other day. 16th conference. Yeah, I think this is my 16th conference. So 14 of them have been traveling places. Two of them were in Niagara Falls, two of them have been in Quebec City, one in Montreal, one in Calgary, one in Banff, and the rest have been either in Vancouver or Whistler. Quebec City is by far my favorite. Whistler's probably my second favorite, although I hate the travel to Whistler. It's just too long of a day. Surprisingly, even though I don't live that far away from Niagara Falls was a lot of fun because like we were always right next to the casinos and stuff like that. So like on your free time, you go to the casino. Banff I absolutely loved, and I would love to go again. But I know it's expensive out there. I mean, it's expensive at a lot of these other places too, but like it's ridiculously expensive. And we'd have to go pretty late in the year too, which I think they're trying to get conferences back aligned to like the end of September, first week of October again. Because there was one conference that was almost at the end of October, and that's a little ridiculous. Um, there's also, I'd say my least favorite was probably Calgary. Like, I liked the city. The city was nice, but we were dead center in the middle of like downtown Calgary, so you didn't have like it wasn't like kind of a unique tourist area like some of the other places are. In Quebec City, we're always right next to Old Quebec City. There's tons of cool old school shops and stuff like that to check out. Montreal, we were also kind of in the downtown area, so that wasn't really one of my favorites either. Falls, obviously, right in the middle of the tourist area, right there on Clifton, near Clifton Hill. We stayed at the Sheraton there. That's at Clifton Hill, and I don't even know what the other street is. Just like overlooking the falls. Um, and yeah, Whistler. Usually, every time we've been to Whistler, we've stayed at the Fairmount Chateau Whistler, which is a beautiful area. Like about a 10-minute walk away from the Olympic Village area. Tons of cool bars and stuff like that out that way. Vancouver, we're usually right along the waterfront. We stayed at the Weston Bay Shore twice, and then we stayed at a different hotel. I think it was called the Pan Pacific, which is actually right next door to the convention center where our expo is every year anyways. So that one was really nice. Pan Pacific was a beautiful hotel. And I loved that we were right next door to the expo, that you didn't have to walk to the expo, so that was kind of nice. But yeah, like it's like I kind of know the areas pretty good now. All these different areas, I kind of know them fairly well. I do remember in Quebec City, I was trying to find a place to get some pop because I had a fridge in my room, and sometimes you get thirsty and there's nothing really to drink other than water. And I tried to find somewhere where I could get pop, and I ended up finding a Metro grocery store, but it was quite a hike down a hill underneath a bunch of overpasses and stuff like that, and probably not the safest area to walk through and so forth. And then the next time we were in Quebec City, which was would have been, what was that, 2017 I think was the last time we were in Quebec City. Yeah, I think it was 2017. 2017 we were in Quebec City, and I'm hanging out with my friends Nicole and Elena, and they're like, "Oh, there's just a store like 2 blocks over this way." Oh, oops. So, yeah, so I know where that is now. There's a nice place in Old Quebec City there too that has like hot sells like hot dogs, hamburgers, poutine, all that stuff. Really good place, and not that expensive. But yeah, like I want to go somewhere again, and like I am a little nervous about my potentially, because again now they're talking for next year for 2022's conference, because most likely it is going to be in person again at that point, assuming everything doesn't wildly go out of control. We're going to be going back to Whistler again, and probably I would assume staying at the Fairmount Chateau out there again. And if that's the case, and I don't know for sure that it is, but if that is the case, I'm not looking forward to that long travel day again, but it will be worth it when I'm actually there and so forth. It'll be a lot of fun. Again, I've come to know the area fairly well, so I kind of know where things are and so forth, which is great. But yeah, I want an in-person conference again. But we'll see what other goodies we get. So far, this is goodie number 1. I'm going to make a second video with goodie number 2. And after this week, because obviously I'm not at work this week. I imagine these vendor boxes probably won't start showing up till next week anyways at the store. We'll start bringing those home, and we'll see what else we come up with. That's all, folks. I shouldn't say that, because I actually did get one other thing too, but I'm not doing a video for this because it's not really, there's nothing really to unbox. Ubisoft sent us a bag of stuff, and basically just had lanyards, and I will show you, because I grabbed mine already out of there. The rest is for my staff. Far Cry 6 hoodies. Hang on, there we go. So, yeah, Far Cry 6 hoodies, which is pretty cool. I wish it was a zip-up one, but it's all good. So yeah, that's all that's in there. Nothing super exciting or anything like that. They sent us a bag last year too, which because we weren't allowed to have in-store meetings last year, I have never distributed the stuff from last year's bag. So the good news is we have been told that we should be able to have in-store, in-person staff meetings after this year's conference, which means I should be able to divvy up stuff appropriately this time. Downside is almost all of my staff, with the exception of 2 currently, is going to be completely different than last year. So, but yeah, so that's video number 1, conference goodie number 1. And you know what? I might actually label these conference goodies instead of unboxing videos. We'll find out. Anyways, that's it. I'm off. It is for now, and well, until I record the other video, and hopefully I'll have more video content for you very soon. I didn't have a lot of time, so that's why there hasn't been a lot of content going up lately. Anyways, take care, and talk to you all again real soon. Bye.